Happy Friday! I know it's late, but I'm here. It's late, but I'm here. We made it, baby. Hold on, let me put these over here. And let me make sure everything's connected. Because sometimes things don't connect properly. And we have to make sure it's right. It's alright, yeah. Alright, perfect. Okay. So it is August the 1st. It is my birthday month. I am so excited. It's currently the lion season. And then it is the Virgo season. So August, so excited. She like beeline right onto me. So unfortunately, I can't entertain you tonight, ma'am, because I have watermelon. So tonight I am not going to make any cocktails, no alcoholic cocktails. I went to a concert last night. I went to the Davido concert at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. I had me a little beer, and I feel like I'm good with the alcohol. So I actually sliced myself a couple of watermelons. These are seedless watermelon. I have not had seedless watermelon in a little bit of time, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna munch on this because it is currently a heat wave in New York City, and yeah, we are. It's hot AF. So let me. Mhm. Mhm. Sweet. Sweet AF. So tonight's live won't be super long. I got home not too long ago from my little workout. So I want to like shower, eat. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Mm. This is so juicy. Oh my gosh. So juicy. Mm. It's so good. I picked up a new house plant. I so if y'all follow me on my Instagram that I barely to never post on these last couple of years. But if you follow me on there, I made a reel a couple years ago, basically just like complaining about the quality of a certain plant in a certain like food court. And in that food court there's actually a plant shop. So there was a plant that I seen that was not in the good quality, but I asked the plant shop owner, I'm like, oh hey, what kind of plant is this? And then the shop owner told me, oh, it's blah 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 blah. I'm like, cool, can you order me one? He was just like, yeah, do you want the male or female? And I'm like, I didn't even know there were like male female versions of this type of plant. Order me both. So that was a few months ago. This was probably at least like 3-4 months ago. Um, so life has been lifing, whatever. I have not gone into that food court in a couple of months as well. So I went into the food court on Tuesday, just randomly. I went into the food court on Tuesday because I'm like, oh, let me just switch what I eat. Usually I bring my own food. Recently I've been getting like fast food for lunch. Just because again I haven't had time to prep. I'm planning on getting back onto like my meal prep, you know, effective next week. So I went into the food court to grab something to eat. And then I just so happened to like glance over at the plant shop and I noticed this beauty. I'm like, wait, usually the shop doesn't sell this type of plant. It doesn't sell they sell smaller plants. They don't sell like large plants like this, and they don't sell this exact plant as well. Because usually, like this plant that they have in the food court is big, and it's for decoration. So I went to the owner. I'm like, hey, how much is this plant? He told me the price. And I'm like, did you order this plant for me? And then he was just like, yeah. I'm like, you forgot to call me. You were supposed to call me. So the couple months ago when I went, I'm like, hey, order me one. He took down my number. He's just like, okay, I'll call you when it comes in, because he has to like order it from the vendor, whatever. He never called me. Or maybe he did call me, but I have this habit. I'm not sure if you are a victim, but I am a victim of data leaks. Okay. So because of the data leaks, I do not pick up unknown numbers. I get so many spam, so much junk calls, text, mail. I get the works. Okay. So I don't pick up unknown numbers, honestly. If you don't leave a voicemail, if you don't text me, I don't pick up. Point blank, period. So he's just like, oh yeah, I guess he like forgot, whatever. He said some BS. I don't even remember, irrelevant. Anyways, so I got the plant, and when I brought it back into the office, everyone was like, oh my god, this is so nice. This is such a nice plant. I'm like, thank you, thank you. They're like, oh, some people were like funny. You know how people try to be funny, and they're like, oh, is that for me? No, it's not for you. It's not for you. Mm, 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 mm. All right, I need a little more watermelon. So let me show you all the plant. I got a dry. All right, let me show y'all the plant de resistance. It's a pretty buff sized plant. There are 3 individual plants inside of this. And I'm very excited for this plant to do that cool twirly that a lot of dragon trees tend to do when they etiolate, right? When they stretch towards the light and they're like curling and curving. I'm very excited for this plant to kind of do that. Hopefully this is the right dragon tree variety. Well, the right Dracaena variety that does that, because you know um another thing about this plant I would say is I'm monitoring it, of course, for pests. It currently is isolated. I only brought it into this room to show you all the plant. um But yeah, so I plan on replacing this plant here, which was my ficus alley that lived in my bedroom that died this past winter. So bummed out about that still. Honestly can't believe it. So this is gonna like replace my ficus alley, and I did learn my lesson. When the heater turns on, I have to move my plant away from that vicinity, or else I need to ramp up the watering, because this plant is like dried to death. Okay, it literally dried to death. That plant is done. I have to toss it out. That ficus sally is gone for. So, that's like reddish. It's so hard to show you. It's so hard to show you all. Let me bring it closer. It's hard. You can't see it. I'll get better clips when I do. I'll do a more formal video about the new implants in my collection this summer so far. Um, One thing that is atypical is my cats messing with my plants, but This plant, because of the flared foliage, the spikiness, this is new, it's interesting. Lola has chewed a couple of the lower leaves, one for attention, but two out of curiosity. And one thing about this plant is that it is actually poisonous to cats. So that's something I've been, when I noticed her interest, I've been a little bit more like, hey, like cut it out, like chill out. Don't be interested now. You never were like an interested cat, so don't start being interested now in plants. Um, the other day, yesterday, so I got the plant Tuesday. Yesterday was Thursday, so yesterday, Thursday morning, she was like doing hawking, and then she ended up throwing up. I guess she like chewed a piece of it, and she ended up throwing up the piece that she chewed. So again, I'm being like very mindful and watching her and really staying on top of how she's interacting with the plants. Thank God Jinx doesn't really care at all for my plants. Like she's chilling, she's just like, oh, whatever. But Lola, she's a little gentle parented cat. So she's a little different than Jinx. Jinx don't care. She listens. Lola will test my patience always. So that's another thing about that plant. Hi Felix. Let me see the comments. Things are going. Things are going. It's a heat wave. New York has been having a lot of like flooding as well, which I'm so confused where all of this flooding is coming from. Like, what the hell? Nowhere has proper drainage anymore. What's going on with the gutters? Like, highways, freeways, expressways, roadways, streetways, like downways, upways are flooding, and it doesn't make any sense. So that's again a whole bunch of like conspiracy nonsense, and it's just alarming because this doesn't make sense. Like everything is just happening all at once, all of a sudden. And it's like, what the hell? Why? Why? You know? So yeah, let me see. I hope you're safe though. How was your home? How did your home, how was it impacted by the flooding? That's crazy. New York it's just been crazy flooding. Our metro system is majority of it is underground. The above ground ones, if it's not with flooding, it has to do with trees falling onto tracks, people being impacted, flooding, signal problems due to the weather. We have this like crazy heat wave, and then this all of a sudden flash flood warnings. We are living in a time, this in a day and age that is incomparable to the things that we have read in history books, because this don't make sense, y'all. But I will get out of your hair early tonight, y'all. I really love and appreciate you all for stopping by. If you're still watching, go ahead and thumbs up the vid for me. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and get this plant out of here. Oh, one more thing. So the reason I brought up the location of where I purchased this plant is because I'm a little like I'm gonna be very like hawk eye on this plant, because the place I bought it, they had mealybugs on the food court plants. So I'm being just like hawk eyed, vigilant. Um I brought it home. I did water it. I haven't done a pesticide treatment yet for it. I'm going to water this plant again tomorrow. I wanted to just acclimate it into the home first, and I'm going to do a full pesticide spray down of all the crevices, all the nooks and crannies of this plant, just to ensure that whatever think it was, you ate. Okay. All right, salty peeps. Let me head out. Let me see. I saw a lot of water near the basement flood drain. My neighbor is not so wow. 2 to 3 inches of water. Wow. Wow. 3 feet of water. Wow. I hope they have flood insurance or some sort of home insurance that is going to take care of this, because that's the whole point of insurance. Like these insurance companies, whether it's health, home, life, so they play around. All right, y'all. I love you. Be safe. I'll see y'all on the next one. Happy August. Let's get going. Bye.